I think the Bengals can win a Super Bowl with Jake Browning.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jake Browning can lead the Bengals to a Super Bowl.
Ooh.
Um,
Hates the Vikings, and I love that. It's.
I
Jake Browning
don't
might be my
want
new
Jake
favorite player.
Browning to because I will take Jake
Mm.
Browning on the Broncos roster. I think he's a gamer. I think he's got the clutch gene. 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter for the Bengals. All right.
Yeah.
They were getting worked by the Vikings. The Vikings defense was smothering them. They couldn't get anything going. 3 points in the first 3 quarters, 21 in that fourth quarter. And Jake Browning fucking hates the Vikings. We learned that. Oh boy, they cut him and he didn't like the way they cut him. And so he got vengeance on him. I like that. I like that fire in your quarterback. I don't want him to go to the Super Bowl because then he's going to become a very, very hot free agent commodity.
Mm-hmm.
And I want him a little bit under the radar still. And I want the Broncos to go out and get Jake Browning. And I want them to get T. Higgins. I want them both.
Wait, do you want Jake Browning instead of Russell Wilson, or as a backup?
If Russ, if you're watching, please turn off the stream. 1, 2, 3. Yes, I would absolutely take Jake Browning over Russell Wilson right now.
So that's where we are right now.
Yeah, wouldn't even think about it.
We'll talk about Tristan. First half was close.
Russ is aight. Russ is playing aight. But I'm tired of watching the limitations. I'm tired of being frustrated. And I just don't think Russ and Sean Payton are the right fit. And I think Jake Browning would fit Sean Payton.
Does Sean Payton, I know we joke about it, but this is kind of real. Do you think he hates Russell Wilson?
No, I don't think he does. I think deep down, he absolutely 100% does not like Russell Wilson. I don't think. I know he does deep down.
Okay.
I looked into his soul.
Mm.
Deep down in his soul, he's like, I think he's on the fence about Drew Brees still, honestly.
Once Drew left, he's like, you know what? Never really liked that guy.
I don't think Sean Payton hates Russell Wilson. I don't think Sean Payton would hang out with Russ. You know what I mean?
Well, apparently nobody on the team does.
All Sean Payton cares about is playing football the right way, playing it the way he wants you to. And I don't know if Russ does that enough. You know what I mean? I think it's more about he needs Russell Wilson to be a certain type of quarterback to really make the offense work at 100%, to work at peak. And Russ can have the offense working about 80%, at 80% power.
That's fair.
You know, and there's all you got to do is play football the right way for Sean Payton, because he's had enough success. He's kind of a prick. He's just kind of a prick. He handles the media in that way.
He does. And
at first I didn't like it, but now as the season kind of goes on, I kind of like the sassiness from Sean Payton. So I really do think it's all about football. I don't think he cares about the personality so much. He can, if you're winning, you're going to be cool. But if you're not, and you're not doing what he wants, then you're going to be in his doghouse, and it's not a fun place to be.
No. Dude, legitimately, no. when that happened, they show the sideline screaming at Wilson. I was like, what did he do?
Yeah.
I was like, what did he do?
He
wasn't offsides. What did he do?
No, it's easy to put the blame on Russ, and he always takes more blame than he deserves. But it's just they just don't feel like the right marriage. That's all it is.
I agree with that. But I think, coming in, Peyton also had this perception of Russ and the Broncos. And the only reason I think that is because he said it. Because he literally was just they try to win the offseason, doing all this crap. He literally was calling it crap. And he's like, this is garbage. It's not how it's going to be. I think it's a very we're going to cut the nonsense and you're going to do how, I'm going to take over this team. It's not going to be about the quarterback. It's not even going to be about the GM anymore. It's about me. We are going to run this team the way I want it to be run. And that's kind of what you got Sean Payton for.
Yeah. Well, Russ had a great marriage with Pete Carroll. Okay.
Yes.
But then it came to an end. Second marriage with Nathaniel Hackett was just a disaster. It was just not they're two nice people, but together in the same house for that long. And now he's on his third marriage with Sean Payton, and they're succeeding more, but I don't think it's like a happy marriage, you
Mhm.
know? I think
No,
Russ he wants to go back. He's thinking of Pete Carroll a little bit differently now. He's thinking about that his time
he
in
wasn't so
Seattle a little
bad.
differently.